One of Minecraft's most overlooked and ignored features is the sky, with clouds spotting the blue canvas and shiny stars scattered throughout the night sky. It's something the average player takes for granted and moves on with their world. But what happens when that meaningless image starts to crack, exposing an organization protecting players from beings far below the bedrock, but carrying out a targeted test far beyond the boundaries of human morality and freedom? If you haven't watched my last two videos covering the mystery of ABST-1, then I highly recommend you go back and watch them, as they will give you the best understanding of what's going on so far, without making this third part 2 hours long. I also want to say a massive thank you to the feedback and support on part 2, as this is my most viewed video to date, surpassing part 1 by a landslide. So thank you all so much, as well as welcoming all our new subscribers and viewers to my channel. I appreciate every person stopping by to watch the video, leaving a comment on how I can improve the quality and immersion of future videos, and for anyone dropping a like and sub. Cause hey, that's the #1 way of showing your support for this channel. We are roughly halfway to 500 subscribers in order to be monetized and make this passion of mine a full career and bigger passion. So again, I say thank you. Christopher found the world I was in during his travels through the white spaces is the description of our next video. Seems like Chris has been doing some traveling. Along with this, there's a string of text below resembling the end of yet another YouTube video link. Adding this text onto the end of a video link brings us to a video titled I had a nice day.mp4. We will get to that mystery after this video at hand. Starting the video, we can see Lucas in the same desert he was left in by Aether from the last video. A second goes by and Chris appears on the same platform as Lucas. Hey! We could finally see what Chris's Minecraft skin is. That is really 2011 Minecraft coded for a skin. Emo side cut and a broken heart shirt. Hello? Chris seems to ignore Lucas. Hello?
Stupid things will bring me anywhere but my base.
Indicates that Chris has been traveling for a while. The two start to head over to the sandstone houses in the desert distance. After a bit of walking, Lucas decides to hit Chris, and to our surprise, it works. Chris turns around and tries to see where and what hit him. Can you see my messages? Obviously not. They make their way to the now recognizable desert village and look around. Oddly, in the water where the farms are that villages have, there seems to be those brick-like blocks seen in the skybox. At least, that's what they resemble. Lucas remains standing on a sand hill while Chris goes off and explores more of the village. After a while, Lucas walks down the hill and notices the bricks in the water like I did. He seemed confused on why they would be there, but doesn't know what to do now. Well, other than harvest some carrots and potatoes. Afterwards, the video's audio gets muted and as Lucas makes his way back. For a couple frames, those same blue skybox bricks can be seen lining a portion of the hill. Lucas makes his way back to the platform from earlier before walking to the white space and ending the video. This seems to be a very calm and tame start to this series so far that I've covered, but I can say for sure it won't last very long. The unlisted video has a description. Please let me out. I don't like how this sounds. We begin the video with Lucas, right after the events of the last video, seeing as he has the same items from before and is standing in front of a white space. Lucas is transported to the area that we first got introduced to ABST 2 through 5 in, as well as what the next step is in finding and capturing Aether, told us by Deicide. Lucas makes his way to the main meeting room. I'm just gonna name it as I see fit. In the middle, Aether steps up onto the bricks.
Oh, you are so desperate. It's hilarious. From this all-important being to a crummy little speck of dust.
It was ordered, Aether. I didn't want to kill you. I was ordered. Please. Just send me back.
And you are trying to communicate with Tink? You think he will help?
Listen to me. Listen to me. Lucas follows Aether down below, but the room appears empty. Aether seems to have no remorse or apologetic feelings towards the skybox and even more toward Lucas. I also assume Tink is just a reference to Chris in his Minecraft username. What I am mainly curious about is, who gave Lucas orders to kill Aether? Was it Deicide? Someone else? For now, we don't know, so we must head back to the public videos and watch new_interlude.mp4. Reading the title of this video, we can find it to be somewhat familiar. Remember the last video of mine where Deicide said Aether was traveling through the interlude to get into the skybox. Here we can infer that the interlude for a new one at that will be introduced to us. Furthermore, the description reads, "Found new and improved interludes." So that definitely means that this area has been through some redesign maybe. Beginning the video, it looks like this takes place right after the prior unlisted video. Again, it has Lucas looking at a white space. Taking a look to his left and right, we see Lucas on a platform with multiple white spaces around him, with pathways leading him around to more platforms like the one he's on now. As Lucas looks around, an SSED jumps at Lucas but keeps walking down another pathway. Low-key a jump scare when first watching it myself. Following the SSED down the pathway, another passes Lucas named SSED-39. Then another. Lucas tries to follow this one down the pathway to find something, but the SSED goes through white space. "Is this the interlude?" Lucas says in chat before continuing his walking. "Got some renovations." Seems like it's been some time since Lucas has been here last. Lucas then walks up to a white space and attempts to transport, but to no avail, and turns around to see Aether behind him.
Enjoying your stay? How did you even get here?
"I hate you."
That's rude. Bye-bye now.
All before again, Aether goes down into a room below and disappears. So far, Aether keeps taunting Lucas with the fact that no one can hear him, see him, or help him with this situation. And Aether is having fun with it too. Moving away from that, the interlude is weird. All the SSEDs roaming the place seem to be the workers of this place and the skybox, each with a number tag associated with them. Looking into it, interludes are a music term that is described as a track that fills the gap from one song to the next, often used to give space between songs that are polar opposites. That seems to make it clear that this is just a middle place between the main skybox and probably the main Minecraft worlds. A lot to unpack in such a short amount of time, but let's move on. Reading the next description is kinda sad in my opinion. "Came across SSED-73 and his crew. I miss him." Lucas appears to have stumbled across SSED-73 and his workers in the overworld and expresses that he misses him. It's really sad. But starting the video, Lucas appears to be walking in a desert again, and in the distance we see a deleted chunk. When Lucas walks up to it, we see SSED-73 and his crew climbing up a ladder from within the hole. Once they all get out, SSED-32 starts talking.
"How are we gonna find a singular player within the whole world?"
"Just look for a plains biome. They're around here. Follow me."
They all make their way to the nearby plains biome, and lo and behold, a player house is in the distance.
Look!
See? It wasn't that hard.
Lucas and the SSEDs make their way to the player's house, and inside.
Just make sure he doesn't get online.
73.
Okay. Leave.
They all exit and walk around to the backside of the player's house, but when Lucas turns the corner, no one is seen and rain starts to pour down. I just want to go back. Lucas has lost everything and everyone that he cared about, all because of Aether. Seeing 73 after so long hit Lucas deep for him, as he was the first person that actually communicated and interacted with Lucas all the way back in Recollection 1. Building the skybox together. Tactics.mp4 is on the much shorter side of this channel in terms of video length, only being 33 seconds long. The description is short as well as saying, "I'm not intimidated." What Lucas is referring to here is unknown for right now, but perhaps in the video we'll find out more. We start the video with Lucas in a super flat world, just walking. In the distance we can see a faint fade in of a very large structure. As Lucas approaches the structure, we can make out what it is. It kinda seems to resemble a basic factory, with smoke pipes at the very top and a very industrial design to it. The structure is also built out of SMT blocks, just like the skybox. Lucas then enters a small doorway into the building, but only steps back outside after seeing nothing of worth in there at all. Stepping back out, we hear a noise other than the constant droning we've heard so far. Lucas turns around to see an entity behind him some distance away, all before we end this short but interesting video. Looking more closely at this creature, this might just be Mokulin. Here, take a look at Mokulin from videos ago, and look here. The tall, lanky stature is shockingly similar. Could this be Mokulin hunting or just looking for Lucas for some reason? Or is it another being, like the one that chased Chris? The next video uploaded is titled, A Worthless Life, and underneath is the description.
I don't want this to be true.
Now turning back to the perspective of Chris. Based on the pairing of the title and description, this might be a video where Deicide or Aether try and beat down Chris's mental and try to convince him of something he doesn't want to be true. Let's go see for ourselves. We begin the video with Chris stepping back from a white space, seemingly trying to get back to his base, just like Lucas said earlier. Turning around, we can see Chris is on some type of SMT bridge of sorts, with no visible end in sight. In the top left of the screen, an area Chris is in, we can see a new structure of sorts. Seems to be built with those blue bricks and some glass. Maybe a viewing point of this bridge? Seems useless, but who knows. Chris starts to walk down the bridge, and to his left, he sees two more of those glass and brick structures. But much more importantly, at the farther end part of the bridge ahead of him is a tall, lanky entity covered in a static texture. It's Mokulin.
Hello, Chris. Are you happy APST-1 is dead?
Yes.
Why?
Because he hacked my world and made all of this happen.
He never hacked your world, Chris. The interference you are talking about was the entities. The entities were causing the disruption, not APST-1.
Then why is this happening to me?
Because you were chosen. They had already predicted your character traits and exactly how you would turn out. I'm sorry, Chris, but you can't solve this. You can't run away. You can't go back. They know every move that you will ever do.
Who is they?
Skybox's workers. They do a test on specific people like you to test their determination to see if they can work for the Skybox. But they know well how everything will happen. This was all a fabricated, thought-out scenario. You and everything that happened to you was just an experimental tradition they'd host every year.
No.
This was all a veil of lies over a poor, undeserving soul like you. It's best not to try so hard, because you can't run away from fate. You're nearing the ending of the test. I'm sure they'll uncover themselves soon.
All before Chris's movements spasm out and the video ends. Wow. Mokulin has now told Chris why he is here and what has all been happening. This was the same topic Lucas and Deicide were talking about all the way back in January of 2011 from that Imgur image. Everything Chris has done and will do has been fabricated in a facade, all for a test to see if he can work for the Skybox, only to repeat it year after year after year after year after year, for who knows how long. Chris is stuck and closing in on that test's end. Switching back over to Lucas, the description of the next video says, ABST-5 killed Aether. Excuse me? Come again? Aether is dead? How? For a being or player that has so much power and control over aspects of the Skybox, they've been defeated by some copy of Lucas. I'm not sure how it's possible, but maybe watching the video will help. Playing the video, we can see Lucas on an SMT platform with a colorless wooden house in front of him, a white space to his right, and a black box on the bottom right of the screen. The last time we saw this small black box was when Aether was talking to, or just in one of Chris's, earliest videos on the channel. Lucas steps up to the gray oak planks and starts to break it. And to our surprise, it seems like here, that's possible. We've seen these blocks before in Chris's base in the overworld behind some double chests, but he was unable to destroy them. Even for Lucas, they still seem to take a while to destroy, just based on how slow it's taking. Before we know it, Aether appears in front of the white space, destroying any SMT blocks leading to the path, probably making it not possible for Lucas to get to it later.
Hey bud. Just want to let you in on that no one is missing you. Still haven't found me.
All while ABST-5 drops from the sky, sneaks up behind Aether, and just kills him. Dude seemed like a glass cannon for how weak but powerful he was depicted, but okay. Oh my god. You found him.
Come.
Thank you. They both make their way to the white space, and ABST-5 places down SMT blocks for Lucas, each time making an anvil dropping sound. What? Weird, but okay. Going through the white space, they both end up in the meeting room once again. You can see me.
Of course.
How?
As soon as I killed Aether, you just popped into existence. I'll tell the others soon.
I'm free.
Give me a second.
ABST-5 then makes their way back to the white space and leaves Lucas in the meeting room, all before turning back and seeing everyone. Guys!
Oh my god, a BST-1 is here.
A BST-1?
Yeah.
Hi.
God, what happened?
We thought you were dead.
Nice to see you again.
I was dead under Aether's command somehow.
Vive told us he killed her.
Yeah, he did.
How did she even come back?
He fell down from up high. I don't even know.
Yo.
The video ends after Lucas and the ABSTs talking. Lucas has now returned to his friends and is safe. Lucas is starting to have a worthy comeback as a player in person, now that Aether is dead, and really disproving the point Aether made about no one missing him. The next video is again a short one as well as one being from Chris's POV. The description says,
Learning the truth was not something comprehensible.
This seems to take place after Mokulin gave Chris the truth about his place and purpose here. Starting the 39-second video, we see Chris in a very dark and black area, jumping and running across what looks to resemble the bedrock level of a Minecraft world, just going based off how he falls into small gaps and such. Around him is a colorless house, just like the one Lucas encountered in the last video, only missing the roof. Looking around more, we see other random and nonsensical structures and blocks in the sky. One looks to be rows of the same block, but in different stages of or states. Chris wanders some more before and that's it. Out of all these videos seen so far, I have no clue what this one could mean or where Chris is, but I hope all these questions can be answered later. The next video has a very interesting title, to say the least. It's titled Sin 24, which in math terms means 0.4067366. Odd, but a meaning for this title is nowhere to be seen. The description also says,
Is that you?
Playing the video, we are greeted with the POV of Chris again, in a very weird and unnatural place. Its rooms made completely of those colorless oak planks seen oddly frequent in the past few entries. The wall corners are lined in colorless oak logs, while the floor is laid out in colorless bricks. In the far corner, there is a group of bedrock blocks. To Chris's right, there are multiple white spaces along the wall, and behind them is an opening in the ground. A few seconds later, two familiar faces appear out of the white spaces.
Oh, look. It's that one player. How did you even end up here?
Oh,
Never mind that. We have to unload.
Before continuing on, Chris's inventory flashes for a frame, and within a random assortment of, I believe, SMT glass blocks. They also appear to seem stacked with different values, but they're not like that for no reason. No. Giving the numbers to the corresponding place in the alphabet, 1 being A, 2 being B, and 3 being C, with being it so on and so forth, we get VACNT. Either this is supposed to be vacant, which means empty, which would be fitting for how Chris feels now that he knows the truth about this purpose here, or it's just one letter too long for can't, which might indicate that Chris can't change anything about himself or what he can do to stop this test from going on. Continuing on, FDA 915 and 305 head over to the bedrock pile and seem to dump something down it. Afterwards, 915 covers up the hole with pure black, white, and pink blocks? We've never seen pure pink blocks before. Odd, but anyways, Chris turns back to 308. 308? Wasn't it 305 just a second ago? Was this just a visual glitch? I'm not too sure this is right. Looking past this, we turn back around to see the cover-up with pure blocks has increased, almost covering all bedrock blocks. Once the cover-up's complete, 915 and 308, apparently, head down the opening in the floor while Chris closely follows them before turning around at a static noise, only to find that all the pure blocks have disappeared, leaving the original state of bedrock. It seems to be what the unloading process is. What was being processed is unknown. Chris decides to head down the opening and sees a pair of pure black blocks ahead. Walking up to them and staring transports Chris into a tunnel with gradual SMT block variants ahead. Chris makes his way down the tunnel into a 1x1 area surrounded by colorless bricks. He jumps down and swings his head and hopes something will happen, seeing as he has no blocks to make his way upwards. All before water starts to flow down the hole and the audio gets louder before the video ends. Once again, this video leaves us with more questions than answers. Where is Chris? What's unloading? Where did 915 and 305 come from? Why did 305's name change to 308? And what's the pink pure block have to do? And why did water come from the top of that area? If anyone has any theories so far, please let me know in the comments. Moving on to the next video. It's titled as if this is the conclusion to the series, but I assure you it's far, far from over. The description reads as this: a scenario built for pure enjoyment. They took an innocent soul and ruined his life for a game. The beings had taken control of his mind and universe and created a logical scenario for Chris's sudden disappearance. They had led Chris's life up to this moment. He lived not a single truth. He had lived a completely fabricated lie. All for what? Minecraft? Wow. We can assume this is Lucas speaking, as it sounds like a realization to terms that what has happened to Chris was and is wrong. Looking back at that Imgur file from my last video, the fire that was created as Chris's logical scenario was real. So real that it seems to have been news covered in real life. News that covered the disappearance of a boy after a horrible house fire. He was then relocated somewhere, brainwashed and convinced that the fire never happened, and continued his life under lie, under lie, under lie. A fabricated life. Beginning the video, we can see Lucas standing in front of Chris.
How did you find me?
Those foliage workers that were just here took me to you.
I thought you were dead.
I was only dead under Aether's command.
Can I ask you something?
Mm-hmm.
Is any of this real?
Lucas takes a step back. Lucas then hands Chris more SMT glass blocks. Chris looks at the glass in his inventory, now changed, laid out reading XACNT, but with Chris moving them around, newly reading WACANT. I'm so lost. Let me take you somewhere. They both head to a white space, Lucas then Chris. But when Chris goes through, the video glitches out, and Chris's player hand flashes between his skin and an SSED skin. Well, what does this mean? Wait, he didn't switch back. We find Chris in what appears to be the skybox, this time being more complete and redesigned. Turning around, we can see Lucas, Deicide, the ABSTs, FDAs, and the SSEDs.
Congratulations, Christopher. You have graduated from your LEMMiNO Metacraft player states into becoming a part of the Skybox Securement Entity Agency.
SSED.
Set for short. Every worker you see here has went through this application, so don't worry, you're not alone. Speaking of not alone, you're joined here by everyone who played part in your little adventure. Time works a little funky here, but we can occasionally slow time down for special occasions, such as yourself, but it usually remains fast-paced. So in around 10 days, you get to come back into reality, to see your family and friends again. I'm sure Modeling told you some information, which saves me some time. Every year, this employment application is hosted. You were the 100th one. We had a big delay due to a shield malfunction that either one had caused. The number after every set's username symbolizes the how many years after the first box of the skybox was placed. Your job was hard-coded in your head, so no time to waste. Goodbye, Christopher.
Everyone makes their way to a white space and leaves, but Lucas stays around for just a bit longer, staring back at Chris, before going through a white space as well, leaving him here. The test has ended. Usually this would be a great place to end this series and to think it's over, but 5 more videos remain on the ABST-1 channel, so I will leave it up to you, the viewer, to decide whether this mystery should end here, Chris falling victim to deicide in the skybox with the inhumane test, or one final part to see where the true ending lies. Leave a comment, like the video, and subscribe. Make your mark on this video to give me your answer, and as always, it's been Shocks.
It's making me